Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another little bonus pod. We're going to do a quick draft. We're not going to have too much of the conversation beforehand. We're going to go ahead and start it up and let everybody get into this draft room. Um, we have Chris and Ethan. How you guys doing tonight after that Duke devastating loss?
They are choke artists.
Ouch. Ouch, ouch.
I hurt all
Yeah,
three of my brackets.
same here. A lot of Ballsville players had Duke, and a lot of Ballsville players were doing great in these brackets. Yeah, we'll see when the dust settles where everybody's at, but that hurt. Ethan, yeah, Duke.
Yeah, that was painful. I literally looked. I think the check was like a minute left because I seen Duke was up by 20 before halftime, and I checked it was like a minute left. Seen Duke was still up by like 4 or 5. I said, why is it 4 or 5? But I still thought that
Yeah.
was enough for them to solidify the W. But yeah, obviously
Oh
it was
man.
not.
Yeah, that totally hurt. All right, so we got some people in the chat. We're gonna say what's up to you guys, Cowboy and Jerry B in the house. Todd Barber, who is here talking about Duke sucks. We are right there with you.
Yeah.
Um, so Chris, do you want to take us down the roster from 1 to 12 and let us know who's playing?
Oh yeah. So we've got Pressy 03. He's in the 1 spot. Chiefs Life 13 is in the 2 spot. Kevy B91. Did I say that right? I can't really see. Yep.
Yes,
Kevy
sir.
B91 in the 3 spot. TB76, Todd Barber, in the 1-4 spot. Our very own Alex Westlex is in the 1-5. Jay Morris, 410, is in the 6th spot. I'm in the 7th spot. Hopscotch Daisy is in the 8th spot. Dejan Ethan is in the 9th spot. Miss Piggy, that's Mrs. Barber. She's in the 110 spot. Haas the Boss is in the 111 spot. And EG Cowboy is wrapping up the first round with the 112 spot. First round will be 3 minutes, and then after that, we're going to drop it down to 1 minute. It seems like everybody came in last second, so let's see what we got here. I'll pick.
All right, so Chris is on the clock. Looks like pick number 1 was Bijan Robinson, which we're seeing all the time. Josh Allen was number 2 to Chiefs Life. Jameer Gibbs, the third pick, second running back off the board. Jameer Gibbs, Ethan, you like Gibbs at the 3 spot?
I do. Yeah, I think after Allen and Bijan, gotta go Gibbs. I mean, people like him a lot more now that Montgomery's not there, but that didn't change the fact to me that I still like Gibbs right there.
Yeah, me too. That's my dude Kevin right there. Shout out to Kevy B. Um, Coming up is Ethan, and then we have Mrs. Barber after you, Haas the Boss, and Cowboy. Um, so the receivers off the board at the 4 was Puka, and then I went with Chase at the 5, who I probably would take at the 4, or ahead of Puka at least. And then JSN was the third one to go. Do you guys have them in that order?
I've actually got Chase ahead of Nakua, and so I would switch those two, and that's it.
That's my order right there. How it is.
So JSN is third for both of you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna say he's a one hit wonder, but Chase and Puka's ceiling to me is just there. Uh, I don't know. That's how I think of it.
That could change with it just depends on who the quarterback's going to be in the future, but we know 2026 is going to be Stafford again, so you throw him ahead of JSN because I still think Stafford is head and shoulders above Darnold.
Can't really argue that. Stafford has been on a tear for it just seems like a decade. Um, so in between the receivers, we had Drake May go, who was previously going up as early as the 1 and the 2, but I think the heat has kind of died off and he's fallen into the middle of some drafts. I don't know. What are you guys seeing out there? Is Drake May falling a little bit, or is he still up there in the top 3? And what is he for you?
I'm actually surprised that he hasn't fallen farther. I think he should be going like end of round 1 at the earliest. But to see he's the second one off the board still is kind of surprising. I have Jackson ahead of, or I have Jackson and Burrow ahead of May actually, and I shouldn't be talking about Jackson because he's still on the board. But yeah, that's how I have May as like QB4 right now.
I strongly disagree. I think that May still go. It's not a huge difference, but I think he still goes before all the guys that we discussed just now.
Oh man, if he gets AJ Brown, I think he'll pop back up in there.
Yeah, it'll be
So after that grouping, we had Christian McCaffrey going to Hopscotch Daisy. So I have like little sound bites for everybody's names, but I don't have one for that name. But because Daisy was who, Ethan?
I got Nick's name Daisy.
Yeah, so we have this. We have that one. Sorry, man. We'll find a Daisy soundbite or something. Ethan, you got Burrow. I know you love another quarterback.
Let me change the settings.
There he goes. I know you love Lamar Jackson, so yeah, Burrow over Lamar.
With Boswell's settings, the 6 points, all touchdowns. Lamar kind of scares me a tad, and I can go either way with that. I mean, it's a left hand or right hand decision. I mean, it's not like honestly, it's not a big. It's just a choice I had to make. Either one of them, I would have been fine with right there.
And do you put Daniels behind both of them?
Or yes. Yeah, I put Jaden McDaniels a little behind Burrow and Lamar.
So Miss Piggy went Amon-Ra in round 1 and came back around and got Justin Jefferson in round 2. I mean, that's pretty solid. JJ's falling to the 2-3. I mean,
that's crazy.
I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. We have
the Barbers.
The Barbers. That one's for Todd and for Miss Piggy. That's Mr. and Mrs. Barber. Glad to have you guys here. So Haas, the boss, starts with Jaden Daniels, Ken Walker. Oh, Ken Walker in the second. Oh, man. Tell me what you think about that, Chris.
I'm sorry. I just had to pick. What was the question?
Ken Walker just went 2-2. He was the pick.
He said he said he was gonna make some questionable decisions, and I believe that's a questionable decision.
What do you think, Ethan?
We were talking about how far we're gonna see Ken Walker be up on the draft board whenever he got traded to Kansas City, and I guess this is the earliest we've all seen so far, including the viewers watching. I mean, this is nuts. Kenneth Walker above James Cook that you just picked. Kenneth Walker above James Cook. That's nuts.
Yeah, I was pretty excited that he was there. I was looking at quarterback, and I was like, wait, well, hold on a second. And Genty too. I mean, I would be excited to have Genty there at that point too. So at the 12th spot, Mr. Cowboy.
I want to be a cowboy, baby.
Jonathan Taylor and Lamar Jackson. I mean, Jonathan Taylor at the 112. What do you think of that, Chris?
It's solid because you switched them out. Jackson is a first rounder. Taylor's a second rounder. So it's pretty much right on track there for me anyways.
So yeah, that back end of the first round, I mean, I've seen Daniels go in the first round consistently, but I haven't seen JT go at the 112. But I mean, if he was at the 2-1, no one would bat an eye. So yeah, just switch those two and take Lamar first, and that's pretty solid too. So I'll go to you, Ethan. Out of the rosters we have in the second round so far, do you have any pairings that you like better?
I'm checking it out real quick. I'm trying to not be biased because I really like both of y'all's, and y'all are the ones on screen with me. I like the JSN and Dart. I was about to comment. I love the Dart pick. He's going to be fantastic this year. He's going right where he should be. I like the McCaffrey McBride. If they can do what they did last year, I mean, that's going to be a top team. And then, I mean, there's really no weaknesses. The Kenneth Walker one's still throwing me off, and you're still going to need Jefferson to do what he needs to do to honestly live up to that 2-3. But Pressy just went
Chiefs
double.
life. Oh, Chiefs life with Neighbors and Allen.
Oh yeah, that's pretty solid.
Best at both positions right there.
Yeah, Pressy,
Could
man, you picked up
Could
the double quarterback right there at the turn. That's gonna shake things up, I feel.
Not for me. When everybody goes this way, I go that way.
For sure.
Oh my God,
sure.
Echan in the third.
Oh,
Why is Echan still on the board?
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, we got some things going on.
Look at all these.
I'm looking at
all these running backs that went behind Walker. Cook, Genty,
I'm about
Hampton, Echan.
I'm about to grab a player, no matter who falls to me, a player that I have high on my board. I mean, come on, I'm going to take Jalen Hurts right now at the third.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that.
Yeah, wow, I'm pretty stoked about this start. So I got a sound bite for myself as well.
Allow myself to introduce myself.
We were supposed to do this at the start of the show, but they're here. We have Jeremiah Love, the first rookie, going to. So that's Jay Morris, but he has a guy. I think it's like Hawk 916. We're not going to play his soundbite, but Drake May, Drake London, and Jeremiah Love. Ooh, that could go. That could go pretty well for him. It could just kind of bomb out either way. That's how I feel about it. I don't know, Ethan. What do you think?
I'm sorry. Which one are we looking at now? The May London J Love.
Yeah.
I actually do like that start. I was eyeing J Love if he would have fell to me right there. Yeah, and London went where he should have, and May too. I like that start. Filling 3 different positions.
So it could pan out either way. Jeremiah Love is such a wild card. I mean, he could outperform all these running backs in the second round, right? I mean, you never know. NFL.
McBride and Bowers.
Double tight end.
This is not tight end premium. I mean, I know there's a lot of TEP out there. Maybe he's used to it, but that is he's probably jumping for joy right now if you think about it.
This is tough.
Oh man,
this is tough.
Is he in the chat? Let's see if he knows. What's his name? Hopscotch Daisy. This isn't TEP. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Okay, so Ethan is on the clock.
This is my first share of this player this year, I think. Barkley, I don't know if I like that.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, I don't hate it, but
you got Walker.
I think at this point,
a round and a half before him.
Yeah, at this point, he's definitely a value compared to where he's been going. I actually have Ballsville ADP.
Okay, then I don't hate that then, because Ballsville leagues, I feel like I barely get RBs because everybody snags them off right and get a chance. I usually don't start like this. I always give my quarterbacks and receivers.
Yeah, I usually don't start like this either. I usually have at least 2 quarterbacks at this point.
People are seeing that we're on the we're by the draft board, and they're trying to draft like us. All these quarterbacks going early.
Yeah, when somebody takes a third quarterback like that, it definitely shakes up the draft board.
Weird how many running backs I see going after Walker, and I think they're all better than Walker.
Yeah, all these running backs are much better than Walker. I don't care what he did this year. Okay, I see my next pick.
Another tight end.
I would have
loved tight ends going so early. Do they always go this early, or am I
I would love to have seen Loveland make it back to me.
Do all these tight ends usually go this early?
No.
There's usually a bigger gap between Bowers and Warren. There should have been a bigger gap typically.
Yeah, but it seems like 6th, 7th round right here. Maybe I just don't know, but man.
So I'm looking at it
another
now.
double tight end.
Oh man, these guys got to think it's tight end premium or something. I mean,
No, they said they were going to
check
shake
the
it up,
settings.
but I don't know how that benefits them. Actually,
So
What are we doing?
Fanning. Oh man. Okay, so since they're all off the board, we have an ADP of 3-1 for Trey McBride, an ADP of 3-8 for Brock Bowers, 5-10 for Colston Loveland, 7-4 for Tyler Warren, and a 7-8 for Harold Fanning.
Bro is drunk drafting. Bro, my
Maybe.
sleeper app keeps like crashing. Like, why?
Oh man, you're on the clock too.
It literally keeps crashing. I don't know why it keeps crashing. Hold on. Okay, let's see.
So there was like a topic of discussion last year about taking tight end early. It didn't work out if you had Brock Bowers because he was going like in the early second. But if you picked up Trey McBride, obviously it worked out, right? He scored like 100 more than any other tight end.
I keep taking Mahomes over these other guys that are still on the board, and I just got to keep hoping that he's going to be ready for the start of the season.
oh,
Jared Goff.
I can't believe this guy fell.
You know what you got to do. Sorry for cussing. Yes, look, I was about to pick him, but I was like, Mahomes is there, man. I just got to hope he's ready.
I was salivating at Purdy on the board there. I have him over Mahomes and Goff.
Dude, I was gonna pick one of them quarterbacks as my third round pick, but I'm lucky that nobody on this back half took another quarterback. I mean, it just kind of fell how I wanted it to.
Oh
Same
man,
here.
I'm gonna get a player I keep drafting right here. I just feel it. Oh,
I know who it is.
I'm not. Well,
You got the stat. You got the stat.
Oh man, I
That's what you
I
want.
normally would at this point, but with this player's new teammate coming to town, I think that it's a value here, and the quarterback position is just going to dry up. So I got to prioritize what I think is going to come up in the next few rounds. I'm going to go with Bo Nix, and he's got Waddle coming to town. I think they're going to have a more aggressive pass attack. I don't think those running backs are going to be, carrying the load.
I love that pick. He wouldn't. The next quarterback that would have fell to you would have not been of his caliber. You would have took somebody else. I'm not going to say.
Yeah, so I feel good. I feel like I have an anchor RB. I have a champion wide receiver, possibly the one. And then I'm not weak at quarterback. The only problem is nobody's going to be strong at tight end unless you're these guys,
Hey, I'm not alone.
Yeah,
Todd's app says it's crashing like crazy too.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, it crashed like 5 times when I was trying to pick. Are y'all on website, Chris? Are you on website?
I'm on the website and I'm on my phone.
Oh.
Yeah, same. I have the broadcast up right now. That's what we're watching. All right, let's see. Todd Barber. Todd's a very strong drafter. Like if somebody had proposed a Red Rover type of thing where we would like pick a team, forget how it went, but not my idea, obviously. But you would have like a split down the middle of the league, and then every week you would pick who you're battling up against. And if more of your team beats more of their team or outscores that player, then you would get to pick a player to come to your side, something like that. But it was like a Red Rover theme. And they were like, all right, we have to pick lineups. And I was like, all right, I get Todd Barber. So shout out to Todd.
Yeah, I think Tet McMillan's getting a little bit slept on too. The 4-9, that's
That's
pretty
going to
good
be
spot.
great this year. Somebody asked, I can't remember who it was, but somebody asked like Ted and so I think it was like Ted and Brees for like Chase or Puka or somebody like that. And they're like, who would win? I'm like, Ted and Brees side. Ted can easily turn into what they are, in my opinion.
Yeah. What is he? Was that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? The 11th taken off. Am I seeing that right?
That's around what JSM was going last year, and I was one that had a lot of JSN shares last year.
Oh man, I can't get away from this guy. The heart wants what the heart wants, and I am taking. No, I can't do it. Damn,
Yes, you can. You already had your mind on it.
I did,
Oh,
but I saw another
I thought you were
player.
talking about AJ. I didn't see AJ go.
No, but he's gone. But I think that there's one more receiver on the board that can put up those type of numbers, and
Oh,
it's a gamble. But
I was getting him if you weren't.
yeah, oh, that's good to know. That was not the heart pick. The heart pick is still there, so we'll see if he makes it back. Wide receiver 2 locked. Let's see. So at the 1-1, Pressy went with Bijan, followed up with Prescott, Lawrence, Travis Etienne, and Zay Flowers. You guys comfortable with Zay Flowers as your wide receiver 1?
Yes, absolutely.
I think Zay Flowers is amazing, yes, but I also think, with that being said, he went way too early in this draft.
All right, let's look
Just
at these
personally.
last. Let's look at that turn right there. We have Tedero McMillan, AJ Brown, and Zay Flowers. One of those players has to make it outside of the top 12. Which one's it going to be?
You mean like in the top 12, or you said Ted,
Well,
AJ,
no.
and Flowers?
Yeah. So one of them makes it outside of the top 12. One of them doesn't make it in.
Oh snap!
Okay, I have none of this guy.
I would say Flowers.
Flowers?
Yeah, AJ is very talented. If he's in the right spot, AJ is gonna finish inside.
Oh my
So
God.
while Chris is picking, let's go. Ethan, I got a question for you. Luther Burden just went right now. Do you have him this high, or do you think that his flash in the pan was just that?
Nah, I mean, I definitely like him. I think. Did you mean to do that, Chris? Or was that an auto?
No, I meant to do that. I was debating between him and somebody else.
Reese.
Yeah, that's going to disrupt a lot right there because Chris just took his third quarterback. So I'm glad I have 2 at this point. And Hopscotch did not take a quarterback. He took Brees Hall. That's the player I was going to auto pick in the 5th right there.
Hold on, let me look at something real quick.
Once this player that I was going to draft gets drafted, I want to talk about him because I have no idea if I made the right call or not.
I had to take a stack right there since you took my other stack. Went with Burrow, Higgins. I got Lamb, Barkley, Mahomes.
What's up, Dusty, in the chat? Kev asked if AJ lands on the Patriots. Where do you see him? Where would you guys put him as far as these receivers that are off the board right here? You move up or down?
He moves up. Wait, who are you talking about? AJ Brown?
AJ Brown. If he goes to he goes to the Pats?
Because May is actually better than Hurts. So yeah, I move him up.
I'd leave him about right where he is. I mean, I don't see how. I mean, Olave went a few spots before AJ Brown right there. I mean, I'm leaving him right where he's at.
So AJ Brown's on the Patriots. Could you see a scenario where he finishes ahead of George Pickens?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think Pickens is actually a little due for regression because Lamb had a bit down year. So I think that Lamb could bounce back from that, and Pickens takes a hit from it. Oh, all these quarterbacks are going.
Ooh,
they're going. Get them while you can.
All right, let's look at Cowboy real quick. He's got Jonathan Taylor at the 12th spot, Lamar Jackson. I know you love that, Ethan. George Pickens as his wide receiver 1, Colston Loveland. I really like that pick at the 4-1. Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones. How you feel? What do you, Chris? What do you think of that?
He's got it pretty spread out. I do. Obviously, I love taking my quarterbacks early, but I don't see any deficiencies there other than maybe taking Pickens earlier than I would have, because I have Pickens behind Olave, McMillan, even Zay. But I mean, like Ethan said, there's a due for a little regression. I don't see Lamb being the wide receiver 2 on that team. That's just my opinion, though. And I don't see them both falling in the top 10 this year.
Yeah, and I would put my money on CD. Miss Piggy takes Devontae Smith. So Jalen Waddle and Devontae Smith still going back to back, just like they did in rookie drafts. Who would you rather have?
And we're forgetting about quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, there's two people I want right here really bad, and I don't know which one I want. They're two different positions.
I should have bailed on Chuck. I should have bailed on him because my guy is still there.
We're going to bring up the players just for anybody watching. Not really going to mention them. They're just kind of on the board if you can see them. Do you guys sort by points when you're making your picks?
No, because
No, you don't?
I don't know if that goes off of like projections or like if it went off
Yeah.
of last year or like what exactly it goes off of. But there's a lot. The ADP is all skewed up right now. Like I don't really go off of any of that. Give me Bucky Irvin though. I think that's the only running back out of the rest that I even like.
He could be.
Yeah, that was the guy
tremendous
right there.
value.
That's the guy that Hopscotch just took. I was debating between Shook and Murray because my rankings, the people that do my rankings have Murray right ahead of Shook. But I don't know whether he's going to be. I mean, if he struggles, are they just going to throw McCarthy in there, or are they going to give him the full year to show what he can do with Jefferson? So I didn't want to take that chance.
Oh,
I do
man.
want to say though, somebody's about to get a steal coming up, and I hope it's you, Chris, since you're on the clock.
No, I hope it's me. I'm looking at him.
Yeah, that's who it is. That's why. Look, I didn't want to have one running back because I probably wouldn't have picked another one just the way I draft, like in a while, and that's what I really wanted. So he's gonna have a good year.
So I'm going to get a player I like, regardless of who comes to me. But it is a weird position to be in because there's definitely a drop off at the running back position, and it's going to drop off a cliff at some point, and then you just wait till the later rounds and hope that you land a backup that's going to get an opportunity somewhere.
Hey, this seems to be what I do with every draft. I go wide receiver, and I go quarterback, and I don't take a running back until like
That's how it is.
round 8 on.
That's how mine are. Like 90% of the time, literally.
Oh, McConkey. So those receivers were actually the ones I was eyeballing. I was like, all right, I'm going to get one of them. But without getting them, I think that there's still somebody with top 12 potential now that Mike Evans is out.
Oh, you son of a!
In the 6th round, and I'm glad this is on a podcast because nobody would believe me otherwise. So that receiver run right there is really interesting. Garrett Wilson, McConkey, and Igbuka. I mean, that's some pretty good talent right there.
If I'm ranking those, Igbuka is not coming close to either of those of mine. Like, I think that's where Igbuka should go around. Like, and I got Garrett Wilson like literally like in the AJ Brown range. Me personally.
Well, I think the path is paved in front of him. Whether he can make that trek right there is up to him. But he's definitely going to get an opportunity.
Did you see what the Jets put out today about Geno?
No.
He is their guy. He's the declared starter for the whole year, they said.
I just moved Igbuka above Garrett Wilson.
Oh my God. We're in the middle of March and Jets are already doing Jets things. No, not the middle of the end of March. I don't know.
Listen, they're locking in for that draft class next year for quarterback.
Man, no lie. Hey, speaking of where we're at in the year, it's a pretty exciting time, guys. This is not part of the mini leagues, but we did 80 mini leagues this year on top of doing 16 leagues for the Dynasty expansion to go with our existing 32 leagues. We have a straggler here. We have mini games. We have tons of freebies that we've done. We actually have a promotion now. If you go to last Thursday's episode and comment Madness, we're going to put you on the wheel for this Thursday where we're going to spin another big game entry. And then that comes up after the NFL draft. On Wednesday is our April 1st Dynasty deadline to get dues in. And then after that, we give people a little bit leeway where we chase them down. And then it's orphan season, and then it's scheduled rookie drafts. And then all that we focus on for the next couple months is the big game, and that's 10-team best ball. That's our bread and butter, our main game. That's what started it all. Ethan, were you with us for that last year?
Yes. You said the big game? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was about to say something. I participated in some. I had a very successful year, even though I didn't win it all. I suggest anyone to sign up. You get your bang for your buck as long as you don't draft all crazy. But no, it's one of the best games. I ended up wagering and got really close to winning it. And you ended up winning it last year. Is that correct?
Yeah, year 5, and I finally won it. It was crazy too because I won it on the back of Christian McCaffrey and Bijan. And
That
if
was
you
a
remember,
crazy last game.
They were the 2 of the last to go. So in that league, I actually went, a running back, and before that, I think John Legs was at 210 points for the week, and I was already like, dude, look at your points, and he's like, don't say anything, and then I actually went to sleep. I think it was a night game, and I went to sleep and woke up and was like, holy crap, what happened? And Bijan had like 56 points, I think, and Christian McCaffrey had like 36 or something. It was outrageous.
Yeah, it was a Monday. It was a Monday night game. It looked like he done locked up the win, like for everything, the wagers and all of that.
Yeah, that was wild.
Also, I want to give a shout out real quick. I just checked Bracket Bill, and there's somebody who in first. I mean, you might as well give them the trophy. They got 108 points. Second place has 95. It looks like they've already won pretty much. As long as Arizona wins it all, it's going to be A. Reed. A. Reed. Shout out to A. Reed. It's one of the best brackets I've seen.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't think I've seen anybody at 108.
Yeah, that's a crazy score already.
Oh, Bryce Young in the 7th.
That's cool. So this is wild because there's a lot of players on the board that you can look at right now and go like, hey, that's a great value at this point. But it's more of who's going to come back to me. Do I take my third quarterback or do I take a running back? I got to shore up this RB2 position, so it's a choice between these guys, and we're going to go Travion Henderson.
Oh, there's one more guy.
Yeah, there's one more guy. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
And we might be thinking about a different guy because I got one that goes with my team already.
I see several guys.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right now is where I feel like these picks are important because if you hit, this could make or break your team, and if you don't, I mean, there's landmines in this list too.
And there's one other guy that I cannot believe he made it back to me.
Oh man!
Don't pick him, dude. I need him. Don't pick him.
I cannot believe this guy made it back to me.
Please be a running back. Please.
It's got to be a running back.
He make it back.
It's not.
Dude, you're gonna fail. You have no running back.
Oh man, I would have gone running back there, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Dude, I don't care. My wide receivers they can pop off this year.
Let me see something. Dude, I hate you. I wanted him so bad on my team. Let me see what I want.
You gonna be surprised if I take a 5th wide receiver before my first running back?
Yeah,
I've done it before. There's a guy coming up in the next round that shouldn't even be there.
That's where I'm going.
You won't do it.
Oh man. So that's 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. So he was taken off as the wide receiver 27. That's where we're at with wide receivers.
Unfortunately, y'all, I have to make this pick. I hope y'all understand. I don't want to make this pick, but I have to.
That's a good pick.
I had
That's
to.
a good pick.
I didn't want to take
I like it.
It's a good pick.
I had no other options, guys.
I think Cam Ward has great upside. I mean, let me count those quarterbacks. 5.
27. 27 are off the
That's,
board.
that's the last like
Oh,
reliable.
wow.
one.
Okay.
That's like the last reliable one. I'd rather have Cam Ward than a lot of these guys that have went in the last round or 2 or 3. I mean, I got Cam Ward right after Tyler's show. Cam Ward had a job before the season ended, unlike Kyler Murray. Yeah, give me Cam Ward.
I would take Cam Ward. Well, I would probably take after show. I would take a combination of Darnold, Ward, and Stroud. I think they're underrated. I mean, Bryce Young would probably be next in line, and then these. I don't know how much I trust Daniel Jones coming off the injury. I mean, that's going to be a weird situation.
And
Michael Penix.
28.
There's a lot of teams on here that I genuinely do not like at all.
There's the wide
I'll just be
receiver I
honest.
was talking about too.
McLaurin or
McLaurin.
Wilson. Yeah,
McLaurin.
I was gonna pick McLaurin if he were to come back around.
Wild. Going down the board, I mean, there's still plenty of talent out there.
Oh,
Man.
I might have to take him anyways.
Do it. Oh, Dunze. I think Dunze's being slept on. That's
I can't-
crazy.
He
now.
is.
I mean,
My
He is
Jesus.
because that's what, wide receiver 30?
yeah, and Luther Burden's going over here in the 5th round. I mean, wow.
Ethan, don't you dare.
dude.
And I'm starting to
I
like.
don't know. I don't know
I'm
which one
starting
you
to
want.
like
There's 2
Haas's.
guys that I want right here. I don't know which one you want. Hold on. Let me do a little digging real quick. Okay, I'm gonna make this quick and painless. You ready?
No, I'm not ready.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Is that who
Harvey.
you wanted, Alex?
Oh, no, that's
man.
not the one. That's not the one.
I figured it wasn't, but I just had to be a little dramatic.
Ethan.
I mean, I
Pop,
like
and
people are
Chris.
down on Harvey. I like Harvey.
I think if his only competition is J.K. Dobbins, I think it'll be great.
And
for
I'm
him.
not worried about J.K. Dobbins like getting even a decent workload at all. I'd be more worried about this guy that Chris is about to pick right here in his workload.
Oh, man. I'm switching it. Give me.
Dude, what's your problem? Dude, you don't have a single running back.
I will.
No, you won't.
Oh,
They're all
man.
gonna be gone.
Yeah, this is wild. What a wild time to be alive.
I think after this draft, we should just have a 2-hour live stream and do one more. And let Chris have a chance of getting a running back next draft.
Hey, the next one, I'll
All
take
right.
5 running backs before I take a wide receiver.
I like it.
So
That's the draft I want to be in.
if this was redraft, this player would be red flagged, but because it's best ball and I already have 2 running backs to start the year, I am going to take the upside of Cam Scatterboo. When he was
That's a
on the
good-
field, he was electric.
It's a good pick.
Yeah, that's
Those were the
outrageous.
2
That
I was
he's,
debating. Kraft and Scatabo.
yeah, I like the craft pick. I think that's excellent. I'm worried about your running back situation,
Yeah.
but there are running backs coming up in the next couple of rounds where if you pull those off the board, I mean, there's a lot of shots that you can take to land a running back. So, man, there's a lot of value in this draft. I'm going to be honest with you.
I thought the same thing.
Let's break down the roster. You want to pick somebody out, Ethan, and we'll break down the roster?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. Let's go to the person drafting beside me, Hopscotch.
Hop.
I'm sorry if you're watching Hopscotch. I'm just not a fan of either of your quarterbacks. I'm just analyzing it. No hate. Kyler and Willis, I think they're going to be 2 of the worst. I don't think they'll play half the season. Willis, I don't think was ever good to begin with, but now his best player is either Jalen Talbot or Malik Washington to throw the ball to. I'm not counting A-Chain because he's in the backfield. And Kyler didn't have a job to start the season. JJ's a better quarterback. Who knows if that's going to last? And then who knows if McCaffrey will stay healthy all year? The double tight end, second and third round, it's not tight end premium. So, um, no hate. And then you got Brees with the Jets. I mean, who knows how that's going to last all year? But and then your wide receiver one's Christian Watson. That's
Yeah,
the roster I least hate. I mean, I wouldn't like to have the most. No offense, just honesty.
so that Christian Watson as wide receiver one is pretty alarming. It depends on the depth that he can get at wide receiver and maybe they alternate putting up points. Love the running backs, McCaffrey, Jacobs, and Hall. And then with the tight ends, I mean, no need to pick a tight end at all for the rest of the draft. If either one of those get hurt, I mean, your season's over anyway, so no need. I would just hammer receiver. I think you're right about the Willis pick, which is a hot topic player in our Discord. Some people love him for some reason. I can't figure it out. But if he would have picked Cam Ward there instead, and
Yeah,
had Kyler,
I'm glad I got my third quarterback like that.
I do think there's a world where Kyler holds on to the role all year and just outperforms JJ, and they just kind of gave up on McCarthy. So, Chris, what do you think about this roster?
I mean, I'm not too fond of it because I really feel like you really need to get some good points from your wide receiver position, and it's just going to be hit and miss too much for him to especially in a 17-week season for that to happen. Not too fond of it, but if Bowers and McBride pop off every week, both of them, then you're getting good points out of one of your flex spots. So I guess that makes up for it a little bit. But running backs as decent as anybody else's squad, probably, as long as they stay healthy. Quarterback is pretty weak. Yeah, not a fan, but I mean, he might have been somebody who was trying to mix things up with this draft as well. I can't remember if it was him or if it was Haas the boss that said that, but
yeah,
one
of
them
the boss that said that.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Okay, so that's for Hop. All right, I am up on the board. Oh man, so it's all about value for me. Like I love ADP, and if we're talking about a person who came into the year and he was, he was a second round, late first round pick last year because of the hype, had a down year, and then started the year as like the end of the second into the third, and now here we are in the 8th, 9th round even, and Brian Thomas Jr. is still on the board. They're a running back short, and they're gonna take to the air. I think he was injured last year and played through it. I think he could do a lot better this year. So, yeah, him and Marvin Harrison. I mean, both of those players have decent upside, but we've seen it from BTJ. Chris, after your pick right here, we'll ask you to nominate the next team to look at.
There's one. There's another one I want to do whenever he does one, unless he does the one that I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Well,
there's one more I want to. Actually, there's a couple more that I want to critique. I don't know if they're just doing this to be funny or.
Well, actually, so let's go to Haas the Boss real quick because you mentioned him and it kind of correlates. He also took 2 tight ends. Go ahead and all right. So Jalen Daniels, he's the one that took Kenneth Walker at the 2-2. Tyler Warren, Harold Fanning, Mendoza, Waddle, McLaurin, Odunze. I kind of dig the value at receiver there. Everything else is questionable. What do you think, Ethan?
Actually, 1 second. I'm on the clock real quick.
Yeah. Go for it, Chris. What do you think about this roster?
I like the value of the wide receivers where they were taken. Daniels, I like. Mendoza could be fine, but I probably would have taken a few of those other quarterbacks before him. He's solid, very solid at the tight end position. I actually have Fannin above Warren, so maybe he took Warren a tad too early. Both of them probably a little too early, but Fannin is definitely worth it in my opinion. Walker, I mean, definitely took him way too early. He needs help there too. I mean, it's not horrible, but he can make up some ground if he picks correctly in the next few rounds here.
Yeah, the next few rounds are pretty crucial. Do you have something to say about Haas the Boss's roster, Ethan?
Yeah, and he just took a third tight end right there.
Oh man,
The only picks that like I'm just critiquing it is no offense at all. The only picks that I really like where they went were the Commanders duo, Daniels where he went and McLaurin where he went, and the Waddle and Odunze. Waddle and Odunze, I don't hate where they went. And he followed up with that with Rico right there as his running back too. But it'll be
I like
interesting
that
to
pick.
play out how his team stacks up along the season. Some of these builds.
I like that pick a lot.
Like a
Like a
boss.
boss.
Hey, who's Kev down there? He said he just took my tight end WTF for his third tight end. What the hell?
That's got to be Kevy B. Kevy B 91.
Yeah, that's Kevin B. So shout out to Kev, man. Thanks for being in the chat. I've known Kevin for at least 20 years. I mean, that dude used to spend late nights on Kowloon, sniping fools and throwing tomahawks on Call of Duty, Black Ops 2. We go back to Halo 3, back when it was like the breakthrough online experience. I mean, I hope everybody has a friend like Kevin.
Kevin!
Chris, do you have a roster you want to break down?
Let's break down. EG Cowboy. Yeah, Ethan. Let's break down Ethan.
Break it down in just a second after I pick this player. Hold on.
All right, let's go, Ethan.
You're nothing but a degenerate.
DJ and Ethan started off with Joe Burrow, followed up with CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley in the third, Patrick Mahomes, T. Higgins, Bucky Irving, Cam Ward, RJ Harvey, Cortland Sutton, and he just took Kyle Monangai. Tell us about it, Chris. What do you think of his roster?
Hold on. I got to pick.
I'll go first. So I think we talked about it. Cam Ward was a great value. RJ Harvey is a bit of a wild card to me. I think that his upside isn't as high as some of the players that were going around that range. But if you wanted to go running back, I mean, I don't think it's a bad pick. I love the value on Cortland Sutton, even though Waddle came to town. I think Sutton still is probably the 1A. Monangai, is it Monangai? Is it Swift? It could be either. They both shown that they can carry it. Quarterback security. I like your running back combination. With Lamb, Higgins, and Sutton, it doesn't feel like you have a deficiency at wide receiver either. So all around, I think it's a pretty great team. What do you think?
It's pretty well balanced, yeah. And you can afford to take tight end early or tight end late because, I mean, tight ends you can just.
Man, I like a lot of these tight ends on the board that are late, man. Like that's why I'll take Bowers if he falls to me like late in the fourth, but I mean like in the middle of the fourth, or I never get a chance to get my hands on McBride nowadays. He goes way too early for my liking, but I like when they go. I mean, I like the later tight ends.
Yeah, you can always find value at the wide receiver position later too. I noticed you take more running backs early than wide receivers in this one. So
yeah, most of the time that's not the case, but yeah.
So for myself, I'm looking at my roster. I don't feel like I have any kind of need. I think that there's still value coming up at the positions I do need to focus on, so I can kind of take best player available here. I'm going to take a guy that I think is kind of a lock for 100 targets. I'm going to go Wandale here.
I didn't even see him on my screen.
Yeah, and it could be considered a little bit early considering the receivers that are there, but I think out of all the people that can make wide receiver 2, top 24 upside, I think unless they pick up one of these premier receivers in the rookie draft,
he would have paired well with Ward on Ethan's team.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And I heard that statistics do prove that stacking in best ball is a successful strategy.
Oh yeah, because I mean, if you have two duos, like somehow you get Burrow and Higgins just goes crazy one game, and let's just say somehow you had Mahomes and Rice last year, or Mahomes and Worthy even for the first start of the season. Yeah, them points would have stacked like crazy.
All right, so we did Ethan's. Let's flip the mirror around. Let's do Chris's. We'll let Ethan break down his. We got
Okay.
Jackson Smith, Najigma, Jackson Dart, so Jackson and Jackson Crime, Nico Collins, Brock Purdy, Tyler Shook, Garrett Wilson, Jameson Williams, Tucker Kraft, Jalen Warren, and Chuba Hubbard. Finally took a couple running backs. What do you think about them, Ethan?
That's one of my. I mean, it's still one of my favorite teams. I got to go with my boy Chris. I like that team. The only thing I just don't like is how he went Tucker Kraft when he could have got, to me, a Bashal Tootin or a Cam Scattaboo or one of them running backs right there, and got tied in later. But other than that, I really like his team. He got value on Garrett Wilson and Jamison Williams, and made sure that he's got 3 good starting quarterbacks. And then as long as his RBs can maintain a little weight, he'll be he'll always be in contention for this league's championship.
So Tucker Kraft's like your tight end 4 or 5, right, Chris?
I think he's right around 5 or 6, but he's
Okay.
he's right there with
Laporta.
Warren for me, and Warren went 5.5 rounds ahead of him. So
No brainer.
yeah, I'll take that value.
So Harold Fanning and Tyler Warren, I feel like they both have a little bit of quarterback insecurity. I mean, especially in Cleveland, the only saving grace there is that the better quarterback is probably going to win out, whoever that is, and whatever better looks like. So I do see like Tucker Kraft being in that tight end 4 or 5 range for myself if I kind of break it down. But he's also coming off the injury, so it's a little tricky there. You want to tell us about your team real quick, Chris, and how the strategy unfolded?
Looking at value, I really wanted to take 2 quarterbacks with my first 3, but seeing Nico there, I bailed on that because I don't think he should be going that far into the 3rd. Dart I will always take in the middle of the 2nd if he's there. JSN I don't have enough of, so that's why I took him in the 1st. I would have taken Lamar Jackson there, but JSN being there, I'll take him all day. Purdy and Shook. Purdy was the best available. I was debating between Shook and Kyler Murray. I don't have enough faith in Murray, so I went with Shook. I do think Shook is on the rise. Wilson and Williams were just around too late. Like a normal person would have taken both of them at least around sooner. Kraft was the best player available at the tight end position, and I didn't want to wait too much longer on that. These running backs, that's going to be a problem, but luckily I still see one here that I like.
So you're right about Jameson Williams. He's going round 6, pick 6 by our ADP. Garrett Wilson is going 5-3. So you're right to think you got a value on both of them. I mean, from the 5-3 down to the 6-6. I mean, that's definitely value. So that's an ADP win if I've ever seen it. Let's break down the barbers. How about we do that? Let's start with Todd here. Todd has Puka Nacua, Ashton Genty, Caleb Williams, Tedero McMillan, Matthew Stafford, Javonte Williams, Bryce Young, David Montgomery, Oronde Gadsden as his tight end, Blake Corum, and Jaden Higgins. We'll go to Ethan. What do you think about Todd Barbers?
I don't hate it. I mean, that's an overall solid team. He's filled all his positions so far, so he's just drafting for depth now. His receivers are amazing, Puka, Tet, and his 3rd one's a little weaker, but Jaden Higgins, I think he's going to have an expanded role this year, so I like it. Caleb, Stafford, and Bryce at quarterback. He's got his 3 that'll do work, and then his running back room looks pretty good. and Gadsden at tight end so far. I like it.
Um, I dig Todd Barber's team too. It's he's always a strong contender. I'm not sure how I feel about relying on Jaden Higgins as a wide receiver 3, but there are receivers that you can find later in this draft to shore them up. And like we said, you don't have to nail that position because if they stay relatively healthy and you have like a collection of like 5 on the bench, they're going to peak at different weeks. So you're kind of taking your shot. And if that's your weakness, that means that you have strengths at other positions. And he's pretty strong at all positions. Chris, what do you think about Oronde Gadsden this year?
He's fine. He's going to be middle of the pack or better. I mean, that I don't like what Mike McDaniels does with tight end position. I don't think it's a priority to him, and him being the offensive coordinator might stunt Gadsden's growth a little bit. But I will say his quarterbacks, the 2025 number 3 and 2025 number 5, taken in the 3rd and 5th round. I don't see Stafford having a worse year than he did last year. It might not be as great, but I mean he's got wide receivers, and that team is just getting better. So Caleb's just going to go too.
Let's move from Todd, the Bobbers, over to Mrs. Todd. She's got Amara St. Brown, Justin Jefferson, I almost said Chris Brown, Chase Brown, Jared Goff, Kyron Williams, Devontae Smith, Michael Penix, DeAndre Swift, Kyle Pitts, Aaron Rodgers, Jalen Coker, and Xavier Worthy. No, that's not him. Yeah, it is Xavier Worthy. Guys, I wake up at 4 in the morning and it's starting to get late, so we're going to start speeding things along, analyze the last few teams, and then finish this draft out. We'll go to you, Ethan, since you just picked. What do you think about Miss P's roster?
I don't hate it. It looks good. I just don't like the Michael Penix pick. I don't think that Michael Penix is going to start. I mean, they seem like they're kind of out on him, so I don't like him. I mean, I get the quarterbacks were getting very limited after I picked Cam Ward. So I understand what you did, what had needed to be done, and you followed it up with Aaron Rodgers later. So if Aaron Rodgers can win the starting job somehow, some way, that's also a good pick. But no, other than that, like your skill position players look great. Coker and Worthy. If Rice has to miss more time or anything, Worthy will be a good sleeper pick for sure.
So I've been doing this in drafts a lot, guys. I'm going to zoom out here because I've been waiting on the tight end position. I think Mark Andrews is a tremendous value. He doesn't have Likely there to compete with anymore. Likely's in New York, and I think that there's tremendous opportunity for Likely in New York. So I've been pairing these tight ends kind of in every draft. But that said, I just realized there's another tight end here with very high upside, so now I'm kind of conflicted. That's definitely the position I'm going to go, and we'll mix it up. I have plenty Likely. I'm going to take George Kittle here, pair him up with Mark Andrews, and that'll be my tight end room. I'll ride and die with those guys. What do you think of that?
Good pick.
I like it too. Oh, you were talking about Likely, Alex. There he goes.
So, no, I think that's a great pick for Todd Barber to back up Gadsden because Gadsden has really high upside, and you put him with Likely, who I feel like is a guy that's going to have a pretty decent floor and still have high upside, just depending on if he's going to be the one to get the ball that week. But I think Chris, you excited for the Giants, man? I think the Giants are going to cook this year.
They're going to fight for a playoff spot, I think, this year.
If I'm a Giants fan and I'm a Raiders fan, I think, and I don't say this all the time, but this is a year to be optimistic, if there ever was one. I don't know. What do you think about that, Ethan? You agree with that?
Giants, absolutely. Raiders, the hype is – this the offseason. The hype is there. Mendoza coming to town. The hype is going to be there. Genty's going to be on the rise, but that's just something that I got to see to believe. Giants, I believe in the hype. Raiders, as an outsider, I'm not a fan of the Raiders, but as an outsider, I just got to see it to believe it.
Yeah, well, I think this is the first off season where they actually made some decent moves, and then they kind of hacked the system, getting Max Crosby back after they went and spent that money. I don't know how that's going to pan out, if there's any kind of penalties or anything, but I think it's pretty cool. I laugh at their offseason moves normally, but I think this is a great one. I mean, last season they hired Pete Carroll and he brought in his son as a quarterbacks coach or something, but that was laughable. So. Real quick, I'll ask you guys to break down mine. I have Jamar Chase, James Cook. I have Jalen Hurts and Bo Nix as my quarterbacks, my only quarterbacks. Rasheed Rice as my two. Igbuka, Travion Henderson, Scatterboo, Brian Thomas, Wandale, Mark Andrews, and Kittle as tight ends. We'll go to you, Chris. What do you think about mine?
Looks pretty solid. I would be apprehensive on Rice. I can't take him no matter how far he falls. If he gets to me, I just can't do it because I just see him missing like half the season. I just think he's going to get suspended, and it's going to happen. Egbuka, I think he's got upside there. That's probably about where he should go, but maybe a little sooner. BTJ is going too soon or too late. He should be going sooner too. I think last year was just a blip. And Robinson is a steal there. Your tight ends are fine. You got a good team.
Thank you. I'm pretty fond of it, obviously. Ethan, instead of this one, I'm going to ask you to break down Craig's.
Mama, where Craig at? I don't know.
I don't know. What do you think of Chiefs Life's roster? He's got Josh Allen, Malik Neighbors, Devon Achin at the 3-2 is absurd. Derrick Henry, Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, Laporta, Cardinal Tate, Jacoby Myers, Tyler Algier, Jordan Addison, and then he just picked Jalen Reed and Jakrowski Merritt. Jalen Reed, nice pick. What do you think of that one?
I mean, yeah, a really solid team. See, he's only got two quarterbacks as well, but I mean, that's a pretty solid team. Let's see. Yeah, the Neighbors and A-Chain in the back of the second, early third. I love that. Like I genuinely love that. I think Mike Evans might have went a little bit too early, but I mean he'll still produce really good. So that spot will probably end up paying off for him. Carnell Tate, when he's on I know what team, I'm not gonna say it right now, but he's gonna have a good year. And then the only pick I think he did a little too early was also Algier. But I get that's where the running backs kind of start falling off a little bit. So I mean, no, that's a really good team.
That's I'm glad you brought him up, Chris. Algier, James Conner, Trey Benson. How do you order those running backs there?
Man.
I'm thinking
Before
by the way.
Before Algier went there, I was drafting Connor and Benson religiously. So when he went there, I was so upset because I don't know I really don't know the pecking order. I don't even know if there is one. I don't even know if they know what it's going to be yet.
Dude, I am drafting Trey Benson and James Conner so late in drafts now. Like if it doesn't work out, it's like, oh well, you know.
Oh man! All right, so we've done a lot of these. Let's move over. I don't think we've done Kevin's. Did we do Kevin's? Either way, it was way earlier. So yeah, the Gibbs, Herbert, Hampton. Oh no, we didn't do this one. So his running backs are Jahmyr Gibbs, Omarion Hampton, Bashal Tootin, Zach Charbonnet. Quarterbacks Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, and JJ McCarthy. Receivers AJ Brown, DJ Moore, the newly traded, Devontae Adams, Jordan Tyson, Mekhi Lemon. So two rookies going in rounds 9 and 10. Chris, what do you think of this roster?
Don't like McCarthy, but that was a really late pick. Not too fond of Goddard either. I think he's going to end up disappointing. Gibbs, Hampton, Tootin, Charbonnet, that's pretty good. His wide receivers, pretty good too, especially if either Tyson or Lemon show out and overperform their draft spots. That's a pretty solid team overall.
I like the fact that he took Devontae Adams, who you know is going to be there at the beginning of the year, and then it kind of allows time for these rookies to get into their offensive groove and start performing. And like you said, they have pretty high upside, all three of them. I agree with you on Goddard. I don't think Goddard is a decent anchor tight end. I think he should have gone tight end a little bit sooner than that, but he must have just liked the value of those receivers. Ethan, you have an opinion about JJ McCarthy and this roster?
I mean, it's just hard to say because I know 9 probably isn't going to win the starting job. So even I'm kind of like, and I'm a big 9 guy. Like I like 9, but it's just hard to. I like draft him a little later, but as your third quarterback, hopefully he'll get enough starts to pay off that value. And but yeah, Herbert and Love for the most part, as long as they can stay healthy, should be putting up some good stats.
Yeah, I like that. I think it was a down year for Jordan Love too. He left a lot out on the table. Yeah. So I went with Shador as my quarterback 3, which is kind of something that I've been doing lately because I'm taking quarterback so high in the draft. So because I'm taking early quarterback, that third quarterback, I really don't mind if there's somebody like Shador or if I could have got Cam Ward or something as a third, that would have been great. But the way I see it is that if I lose one of my starting quarterbacks at the beginning of the season, I'm pretty toast anyway. And at that point, what good is a late round quarterback? So I just realized Cowboy took 4 quarterbacks. He's got Lamar.
Yeah, I was wanting to highlight that. That's I just can't say that I like that, me personally. I know he's watching, but I get it though. If Jones goes out again, or Brissett goes out again, or if Brissett loses his job or something, or if Darnold, anything can happen with that bunch. And Lamar missed a lot of games last year. I get it, but when you draft like 4 that early, you're just missing out on a skill position that could be putting up some numbers.
Look at that! I went 6 running backs in a row.
Dude, I wanted Woody on the next round if he would have made it. Look,
oh man,
he's making up for the running back.
Back to Connor. Back to James Conner too. Tell us about these running backs, Ethan. What do you think?
Bunch of backups and won't be doing sorry for cussing no good. No, I'm playing. Hubbard, I think Hubbard will actually. I think Hubbard's going pretty late. I actually don't draft him at all just because of. I guess I'm still stuck in the past about how Hubbard's value seemed like it just slipped. But no, Warren should still have the lead roll back. Stevenson might even have the lead roll back. I'm hearing reports about how Bucky's losing. I already lose work to Gainwell. Arizona just didn't re-sign Connor for him to not play, and Woody Marks could beat out Montgomery. So them 6 running backs could do sorry for cussing some justice. And if 3 or 4 of them come to play or beat out the other running back on the team, watch out for the man in the middle.
So as far as running backs go, I'm going to take a guy here that I keep on taking because he just feels like a tremendous value. We're in round 14, and I'm going to take Alvin Kamara. I know they got Travis Etienne over there in New Orleans, but Kamara, if he gets moved or it gets relegated to a pass catching, role there, I think either way, the upside that we know he has. If he's still got it, it's a gamble, but if it's there, it's going to pay off. And at this point in the draft, I can afford to lose on these rounds. So we often break down the winners of the game from last year, and we did that recently with Mean Machine. and we saw that his roster was for the championship was filled with players that were coming in the late teen rounds. I mean, I wish I knew them off the top of my head, but we've had shows about that. It's these rounds I think that kind of make or break your draft overall. What do you guys think?
I'm gonna go ahead first. I'm gonna hope that you're right on that because I'm drafting a lot of Alvin Kamara in these later rounds. I think I'm getting him even later than you just got him because a lot of people are just out on him. Like they think he's gonna retire or that he just. But I'm with you. If he even steps foot on the field and can put up some decent numbers some games, it's gonna pay off already.
All right, guys. So we are finishing up round 14. We go to round 26 on these things. We're about an hour in. I think we should start wrapping it up and just finish this off screen, and we'll revisit this on the podcast in the future and kind of go over, some of the sleepers that we picked in these later rounds. And then I know just for kicks and giggles, I like to run our league through, like KTC or power rankings. And go and see what they think about it. Just for fun. I don't think that it's accurate or anything. You guys do that?
I do it all the time.
I just like seeing when y'all sitting in the group chat and I'm at number one.
It happens all the time.
You're probably using KTC to draft right now for their values. So
no, absolutely not. I don't use KTC.
I believe you. I've been in drafts with you.
Fantasy Pros.
Yeah. That's one of them.
All right. Well, do you guys have anything before we get out of here?
Nope. See you guys Thursday.
Thursday. See y'all later. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, go comment madness.